Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Keith with Craps TX. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always. And also, as always, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up for us. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that bell for notifications. That way, you'll be notified when we put out a new video. So, today's video can be played at multiple levels. You can play it at the Bubble Craps level, the $5, $10, $15, $25, and up. You just have to do the math. So we're going to play it at a $15 level. We're going to call it Take That Outside. Get out of here and take that outside. Anyway, that's what we're going to call it. We'll explain it here momentarily. First of all, I'd like to thank our two partners with the channel. We have gripmats.etsy.com that makes these deluxe craps mats and also other types of games. They've also have casino games, poker, blackjack, baccarat, over 300 different designs, Axis and Allies, GMT games, terraforming Mars, grid and hex mats, wet, dry, erase mats, desk mats, and travel mats. They also have some licensed product, including Marvel, Dune, and Star Wars. Everything's water resistant. They have a video where they pour a cup of water on there, it beads up, wipe it right off. They also take custom orders if you want to reach out and tell them what you're looking for. If you don't find it on their site, they'll let you know if they can do it. They're always running some percentage off sales. Just check out the item that you're looking for and see if it has a discount on it at that time. Thank you to gripmats.etsy.com. Go out and check them out. They are a small business, and it's always good to support small businesses. Speaking of which, our second partner is pokerchipmania.com. They've got the clay, which they've sent me just recently. Clay chips. They have ceramic chips. They have these composite chips that I use regularly on here. These are 11.5 gram. These clay, I believe they said, are 10 gram. I still need to shine them up. I know I'm running behind. I was out last week. Let's see. They also have roulette chips, blackjack supplies, poker supplies. They have the 19 millimeter dice now again. They also have chip racks, storage cases to put these in, different kinds of felts. They may also be able to do some custom orders for you if you tell them what you're looking for. Also, for my viewers, they have a discount. If you use that code right down there, CrapsTX10 at checkout, they will give you 10% off your entire order. So if you're building a home casino setup, they've got quite a bit of the things that you need to get started. That is pokerchipmania.com. Thank you also to that company for supporting the channel. And please go out and support them, another small business. All right, so let's get into today's strategy. It is Take That Outside. It was called something else, like the Relay 10 or something like that, and it just didn't make sense. So I just kind of put this together. It was a strategy I found, but I went through and kind of read through it and just figured I'd change the name up a little bit. Anyway, like I said, it is based on, or this is on a $15 table. Let's just get this out of the way. We're going to start out with $1,000. We have 700 here, 8, 9, 50, 75, and 1,000. You don't necessarily have to start with 1,000, although we are playing 96 across on a $15 table. So 10 shooters would be around 1,000 or $960. For the sake of the video, we probably could have just used 5, 6, or 700. Anyway, the point really doesn't matter in this strategy, so you can work on the come out or you can wait for a point to be established. It is 96 across. I'm not going to set that up just yet. We'll just wait until we roll it out. So that's 15 each on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, and then 18 each on the 6 and 8. You can play it at other levels, like I said. The $10 table would be 64 across. $25 table would be 160 across. So this is focused on the 4 or the 10. The strategy is built on the 10, but if you choose to do the 4, you can do the 4 as well. That is where the outside comes in. Take that outside. So with our money set up, our 96 across, once the point is established, or even before if we want to work the come out, if any box number other than, like say if we're going to focus on the 10, if any box number other than the 10 hits, we're going to collect the winnings like say if the 6 hits, that'll pay 21. We'll collect that 21. We'll take the 18 that's on here, and actually we'll either just use 15 or we could add 2 and make 20. But we're then going to take that and put it on the 10. So we're going to eliminate our 6 and then put the money on the 10. Same thing with any other number. Whenever that number hits, you collect the winnings, you take whatever's on that number, and you put it on the 10. You take it outside. Take that, you know what, outside. Let's see. So, and then once the 10 hits, you just collect all the winnings. Once all of the other place bets have hit and been moved to the 10, you can either wait for the 10 to hit or redistribute all the bets back to 96 across and start the whole strategy over. So let's see. Just make sure I got all the rules down here. Take down the place bet, add to the 10. Oh, and then you'll be buying the 10 at that point once you start adding to it. And each place bet will bump the 10 up by $15. Okay, so we're going to go up by $15 whenever we move whatever our number hits and over there. So let's roll it out, and let's just quit talking. I'm going to go ahead and set up my 96 across. So I'll throw out $100. I'll get 4 and change, and I'll go ahead and work the come out just a couple of times and see how it works. We are not hedging or playing any kind of a lay bet or a don't pass or anything like that. We're just going to go straight 96 across, going all light side, not playing any hedges or dark side. I'm going to have to get some more red chips, I can tell you that much. Let's see. So that is 15 each all across there, and then we have to cap the 6 and 8 off with 3 singles to make it 18. All right, let's get going. Let's get a set of dice. We're going to use the green for money today, since the blue treated us so bad on the last video. There's a 5, 3, 8. We'll use that. All right, this is called Take That Outside for a $15 table. Dice are out, and we are working to come out, as I said, and looky there, 4, 3, 7. So we are done here. I am not going to take it down. I'm just going to buy back in. Second shooter, there is $100, and we'll get $4 and change. Just like that, we are down $100 or 96. So let's get us a second set of dice. That was actually could be the same shooter because that was a frontline winner. The point has not been established yet, but we were working to come out, so we lost our bets out here. We're still working to come out. Dice are out, so we'll just say it's still the same shooter number 1, because you have that frontline winner, and then now a hard 4. You can be the shooter. It says the point doesn't matter. So, I mean, if you're the shooter, obviously, you have to replace one of these. So we'll think about it. Let's see how we go first and go from there. All right, well, we're focusing on the 10, and we hit a 10. So 15 is going to pay 27. So I don't know. It didn't say what to do if you hit the 10 other than collect your winnings. So we don't press up. We just collect. So we'll collect that $27 and we'll head on back out. Nice out. 415. All right, 15 pays 21. We collect the 21 and we tell the dealer, take my 15 off of 5 and put it on the 10. I'll be buying the 10 for 30 now. So let's clean that up. And buying it just means that we'll get 2-to-1 odds, but we have to pay $1 vig per $20 bet. So in this instance, we'd have to pay $1, possibly 2, depending on the casino that you're at. Nice out. 314. Okay, there's point hit. 15 is going to pay 27. So that is actually pretty good. We're going to take the 15 off the 4 and put it on the 10, and actually we need to pay ourselves 27 and not 26, and then we'll collect that 27. Excuse my voice. The weather's been funky here, and I've been outside this evening. Yeah, just going to make excuses. All right, so now we have, 45? We have 45 on the 10. All right, so same shooter. Puck is off. Bets are working. We are going to work to come out. Dice out. And we got a leaner over there. Let's see, if we pulled the wall away, it would go that way. Right? We don't know. There, let's just scoop it and see what it does. There's ace deuce. All right, so that is a winner for the don't pass, or 3 craps, or horn bet if you're playing a horn. There is a hard 6. So we are working to come out. That 18 is going to pay 21. We're going to collect the winnings and tell the dealer, take 18 or 15. He'll throw the 3 back to you and place that on the 10. So we'll clean that up, or he would clean that up, and you now have 60 on the 10. You'd have to pay a $3 vig if we hit it now. Let's go ahead and get some of our money back here and color up a little bit, so I don't have to keep a big stack of chips over here. Let's get the big stack of chips in our rack. Dice out. 6-5, yo, 11. He didn't say anything about playing extra stuff. You could do it. I even thought about playing the bonus up here. But let's see how this how this session goes, and then we'll go from there. All right, 8. There's another number hit. 18 is going to pay 21. We will collect the winnings and say, dealer, please take my 8 down and put 15 of that on the 10. So they'll clean that up. There's 5 of those. You now have 75 on the 10, and we're going to color up these as well as we go. 5 for 5, 5 for a quarter, and we're good. All right, so we're just down to the 9 and the 10 right now, and then the point. He did say once you get down to the 10, if you want, you can redistribute across 3, 2, 5. There's nothing there. Let me just, it's just a list of strategies that I've been going through. Any box number other than 10 hits, collect the winnings, take down the place bet, and add it to the bet on the 10. Each place bet will bump the buy bet or up to by 15. If the 10 hits, collect the winnings. Once all of the other place bets have hit and been moved to the 10, you can either wait for the 10 to hit or redistribute the bets back to 96 across and start the whole strategy over. So we're still on shooter number 1. So let's just keep on going. There is an ace deuce, 3 craps. Guess we could do the seal horn, better horn. I think we did 3-5 in a row like that a while ago. There's another 5, a 4-1-5. Gonna have to get some chips back out there. There we go, 6-3-9. All right, so now we've hit all the numbers, which is very odd. So 15 pays 21. All right, so we're gonna collect and then tell the dealer, place that 15 over there on the 10. So now at this point, like he says, we can either wait for the 10 to hit, or big red to come, or we can redistribute 96 across. So we've got a decision to make. As I'm coloring up over here, there's 4 of those for 1 of those, and that's it. Let's just roll once or twice, and then if we're not hitting anything, well, see, there we go. Good thing we didn't put that 96 back out there. So there is a 617, and we are done with that. We left what $80-$90 on the table, but we did get a little bit of our money back over here. Over here, sound like Kermit now. Frog in my throat. All right, there we go. That was, I believe, shooter number 1. Let's go on to shooter number 2. On take that outside. Let's go ahead and buy in because we are going to work to come out. We'll do it a couple times where we don't work to come out. So we're going to play 96 across. There is $4 in change. Let's go ahead and color some of those up because I know I'm low on white over here. 3, 4, and 5. All right, so there's 10 white chips for 2 red. We'll do that. All right, so 100 in, and we need to put 96 across out. 1, 2, 3. That's 15 on each. 18 on the 6 and 8. And let's take that outside so you can focus on the 4 or the 10 for the way it was written. It was written for the 10. So we'll just play the 10 a couple of times. If we see we're getting nailed, then we'll switch over to the 4. If this was crapless, I guess you'd be playing like the 2 or the 12. That'd be extreme outside, wouldn't it? So we're working to come out, and there we go. 5-2-7, just like last time. We got burned. So let's throw 96 back out there. Let's just do it this way this time. There's 75. 85, 95, and 1 makes 96. So we'll buy in. This is still the same shooter, shooter number 2, just hadn't set a point yet. And we are working to come out. Dice are out. 6 to 8. All right, so 8 is good for us. That is the point, and 18 is going to pay 21. Dealer, please take my 8 down and place the red on 10. And I'd like to buy the 10. So you now have 30 over there, and we are buying the 10. Let's see. So we have 21 back to the rack. Our point is 8. We are playing take that outside. 6, 4, 10. All right, I said whenever the 10 hits, you collect. So I believe that still stays. So that's 30. We're going to have to pay $1 vig. You have to pay $1 per 20 bet. So we pay $1, and for that $1, we get true 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 rather. So that 30 pays 60. He didn't say anything about pressing up or anything like that. He just says collect the winnings whenever you hit the 10. So let's do that. We'll just collect. And we're still on this shooter. There's 5 for a green. So you never know what may happen. We may build it up and hit it again. There's a 3-1-4. That's the other outside. 15 is going to pay 27. We're going to collect. There's 27. And then dealer, please take my 15 off that 4 and place it on the 10. We now have 45 on the 10. Nice out. Take that outside. 4-1-5. 15 is going to pay 21. Collect that. We'll color up as we go. There's 5 of those. And what do we hit? 5. So dealer, take my 5 and place that on the 10. The $15 over there. So that now puts us at 60 on the 10. With the 6 and the 9 still out there available. There is the 9. It's amazing how we're hitting these. I can shoot another video and not hit a number. And then now I shoot one where it's just over and over and over. 15 pays 21. We collect the winnings. And then he says press, take that number down and put it on the 10. Or whichever is your outside number. If it's you're playing the 4, then you put it on the 4. So that is now $75 on the 10. All right, dice are out. All we got left is the 6. There's the 2 craps, aces, spot, and a dot. There's a 5, 4, 9, and dice out, and a 2 or 5, 2, and you're through. All right, so again, not too bad on that round. Again, I think that was shooter number 2. We hit almost all the numbers there, and we got a pretty good chunk of change over here. We'll just color up as we go and take care of business. Couple $100, so not too bad. I don't know if we're back to even yet or not. I'm not going to sit here and do a rack check. We'll just keep on going while we got time. I did forget to start my clock. I started it late, so I show almost 15 minutes. We're probably closer to 18 or 18 and a half in. All right, so we're going to get set up 96. Did I buy in yet? I don't think I did. So let's go ahead and buy in. We'll do the 100, and we'll get 4 and change. And I'm going to take 1 off of that, put that there, and get a 5. There we go. And then now let's set up 96 across. This is the last time or the last shooter that will work to come out. The remaining shooters will do it without working to come out, just to see if that helps us avoid the noid. All right, we are working to come out. Dice are out. I believe we're on shooter number 3. There is a hard 6. 6 is going to be our point. 18 is going to pay 21. Collect. You'll take my 6 down and place that $15 over on the 10. And I would now like to buy the 10 because you now have $30 on there. So we are buying the 10 for 30. Dice out. Take that outside. Take this outside. There was an early 7, so it didn't come early like the other ones did where we didn't even get to the point yet, but now we got to the point and we are PSO. So let's we'll go ahead and take that down just for posterity's sake. And move on to shooter, and I think number 4. I don't think I'm going to be the shooter in this. I mean, well, I don't know. We could try it. I always say that and then I cave in and try it anyway. So let's just say we're the shooter this time. We're the shooter this time. All right, so we're on a $15 table. We are going to play the pass line. Now, see, I can't necessarily set up, but we're waiting until the point's set anyway, so I'm not going to put 96 out there. Let's go ahead and get us another set of dice. I don't know if I've been doing that. I think I have. We'll get that hard 10 there. All right, I am the shooter. Dice are out. There is a 5-1-6. All right, 6 is going to be our point. Let's go ahead and we'll get odds on it. Might as well, right? So 15 behind, and then we got to do the rest across here. So that's 15, 15, 15, not quite 15. Let's get some change. There's a quarter. There's 5. One more there. I need 3 there. This will go back to the rack. And do we have enough? Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3 on the 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $75, $78 plus the 30. That's 108. So we're out for $108 on this particular roller shooter. Me 6.5 yo 11. Of course, nothing there. Nice out. Another 6.5 yo. See a horn, bet a horn. Last time I said when you throw 2 of those, it's a yo-yo. Somebody got a kick out of that. There's nothing but horn numbers now. We're boxcars, 12 midnight. And a 549. Hey, how about that? All right, 15 is going to pay 21. We are going to collect, and dealer, please take my 9 down and move it to the 10. All right, I'd like to buy that 10 for 30. There is 5 for a quarter, and we're now buying the 10. 6 is our point. Take that outside is the name of the strategy. There is our point, 4 or 2x4 6. So I guess what we'll do is maybe pay. Well, no, I mean, I don't know. Here, let's pay it first. All right, so that's 15 on the flat and then 18 behind. Pay 6 to 5, I believe. So what do? Do we take just 15? I mean, we collect the winnings, right? We can't really take the 6 down. But we'll just take 15 and we'll go ahead and put that on the 10 and we'll collect the rest. So how's that? Kind of a compromise there because he didn't say what to do if you're the shooter. So I'm just going to make it up as we go along. Medicaid for 40 days. All right, let's go. Looking for a point. We are not working the come out now because we are the shooter. I mean, we could, but we're not. I said that after those first 3 or whatever it was, I believe I said we're not going to be the shooter anymore, which is a good. I mean, we're not going to work the come out anymore, which is a good thing. There's a 437. That is a frontline winner, which is me. So what do we do here? Do we collect the winnings and then put more on that, or we just keep on going since there's not a point? I say we keep on going because there's not a point yet. What's the point if there's not a point? What is there to do at the point? 6.5 yo. There's back-to-back frontline winners. We will take that all day for a day. There is 25 for a quarter. Nice out. Take that outside. 6, 4, 10. All right, so we're going to be right on that 10. That is our point. I guess we can move it over to the 4, right? Yeah, we can do that. Dealer, please move my 10 over to the 4. We'll take what's on the 4 and put that as odds for the 10. So we're now buying the 4 for 45. We are taking it outside. So we have our 10 covered down there. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. All right. Good thing to hit it. 18 pays 21. Dealer, I would like to collect that. And I would like to take my 8 down and move it to the 4. So we now have, I think, 60 on the 4. We're taking it outside, and we're actually on the other side outside this time. Inside, outside, upside down. I'm going to move some of these. That just, I don't know, OCD thing. Can't do it at the casino, but I can do it here at the home table. Dice out. There's ace deuce. 3 craps. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt. All we got left is the 5. There's a 5-1-6. Or we could hit the 10, I guess. The 5 or the 10. Or, and there comes Mr. Grumpy. And we will take all this down. But I think we did okay on that shooter as well. Where are we at on time? 20, probably 25-ish minutes. That all came down. So I'm going to color up real quick here just for this. And then we'll go ahead and do one more shooter. So we saw what it was like with me being the shooter. We'll go on and play the 96 across, but we are not going to work the come out. There is 100. We'll get 4 and change. I'll throw $1 out there because I want to get rid of some of those and get a red for it. And now we'll get set up 96 across. So we are taking it outside. Are we going to stay on the 4? We're going to go back to the 10. Let's go back to the 10 because we were doing okay over there, except for some of those couple of those come out rolls. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. But this will probably, well, this will be our last shooter. Dice out. There is a 5-1-6. 6 will be our point. We were not working, right? Yeah, I said we weren't going to work any more of the come out rolls. Dice out. I mean, you can see the advantage of doing it. I mean, if you're trying to just keep moving everything over and piling it on the 10, the earlier you can do it, the better. But, you know, some people just don't like to work come out. So I'm showing it both ways. There's 3 craps. Nothing doing for us. There's a hard 6. All right, that is point hit. That is also a hit there. So that is going to pay 21. We're going to collect the winnings. Dealer take down the 6 and move 15 of it over to the 10. I'd like to buy the 10 for 30. So where was I playing? Oh, I was playing on the cruise ship last week, and you have to pay the VIG up front when you buy the 4 or the 10. My casino, my house, we don't pay the VIG until we hit. So there's a 4-3-7. Good thing we were not working to come out. Mandatory to say that. That's a frontline winner, though. There's a 2 craps, so you would lose it right back. I think we had 3 craps, big red, and a 2 craps, and then right back to the 3 craps. No, that was a 2. Not that it matters. Either one of them does not help. Dice out. And we're not playing the line, so it doesn't. Man, we're just craps and horn numbers abound. There is a 6-3-9. All right. 50, well, no, that's the point. We're not working to come out. I mean, I can switch and work to come out, but I wanted to show you both ways. So we're going to show you both ways. We are not working to come out on this last shooter here, and that is it. 5-2-7. So let's see how we did on the take that outside. Again, I am apologizing for my voice. I know it is not as clear as it usually is, but that is the way it goes when you live in a climate where you get 3 seasons in a day or 3 seasons in a week. Take that outside. Let us color up and see how we did. I believe we bought in for 1,000. I don't think we made it back there just by the looks of things, but we will count it out. I don't know why I keep doing the Canadian accent. Actually, I am very, very, very distant Canadian, being that I'm half Cajun, and the Cajuns came from Canada. Just a little lesson there. Look it up. So color up. There's 4 more for a black. And all right, so we bought in for 1,000. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going to be short. 825, 35, 40. 1, 2, 3. 843. So we lost 157. So not too bad. I mean, you can see where it can go your way, and you can see how it can turn on you. You know, like we did have a couple of, come out 7s when we were working the come out. So that's really not too bad, to get back to that after losing basically $200, or 96.96. And then we had another quick PSO, so that also kind of burned us a little bit. But it is called Take That Outside. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes, but if I did, somebody usually catches them, or I'll catch it in editing. So that was a $15 table strategy. We may try it at a $10 level or the $25 level. Kind of just depends on wherever I'm going next and what the tables look like there. And I usually try to practice my strategies according to what the minimum bet is going to be on those tables. But I also kind of throw around some other ones anyway, just because all of us all over the country and other countries, it doesn't matter what your home table is. It might be a $5 table. You might be so lucky. I don't even know. I've heard some Vegas tables going down to $3. The Rio, I believe, during the week, they go down to $3. That is incredible. Anyway, so that is going to be it. If you'd like to email us instead, you can email us right here at crapstx@gmail.com. I will respond to those. I've had a few questions about strategies and whatnot, and did my best to answer them. And what I couldn't answer, I directed them somewhere else. Not meaning that I was pushing them off. I deferred to somebody else that would know the answer instead of me. And I just sent them in that direction is what I meant. So before we head out, also, I'd like to shout out again to pokerchipmania.com and gripmats.etsy.com. Great people, great products. Links are down in the description below. Go and take care of a small business today and get yourself a little bit of a discount too. Check out the Poker Chip Mania code, and then gripmats.etsy.com usually has a percentage off as well. So this is Craps TX. My name is Keith. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. And I didn't say it yet, but please hit that thumbs up before you get out of here. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when a new video comes out. This one is done. I am through. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.